Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to go over the simple garter stitch with a variation. So this particular stitch that we're going to go over today is called the Garter Diagonal Stitch. So this pattern is a great next step after you've mastered the basic knit and purl stitch. You'll get a nice fluffy texture, as you can see here that the ribs go on the diagonal in the garter stitch. So the good thing about this stitch is, again, it's just comprised of the basic knits and purls, and you get this great pattern on the right side. And this is how you're going to look when you are on the wrong side of your work. But I like either one, so I would say that it's reversible because, this side looks just as good as this side. So this would be ideal for your next scarf project, your blanket, or a pillow cover. So the tools that you'll need for today's tutorial are going to be your yarn. I'm using Red Heart Super Saver, and I'm using 5mm needles. And you'll need your scissors for the end of your project. So grab all those things, come on back, and we'll get to learn how to do the Garter Diagonal Stitch. Okay, to get started on the garter diagonal stitch, you need to cast on in multiples of 8 stitches. So I chose to do the knit cast on so that I could be at the right side of my work, but you do whichever cast on you are familiar with, whether that be the long tail cast on, crochet cast on, you do whichever one that you see fit. So you need to cast on in multiples of 8 stitches. I have 16 stitches on my needle. So for row 1 in all right side rows, you're going to knit all your stitches. So I'm going to go over the right side rows very quickly in this tutorial because, again, you're just going to knit all when you're on the right side of your work. So I'm going to knit all my stitches, and then I will see you at the beginning of row 2. Okay, so we're ready to turn our work and get ready for row 2. You should be on the wrong side of your work. So row 2 is as follows. You're going to knit 5, purl 3. And you're going to do that as your repeat to the end of the row. So I'll get you started, and then I'll see you at the end of row 2. So you're going to knit 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring your yarn to the front, and then you're going to purl 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So bring your yarn to the back. So that is your repeat. So you're going to do that for as many stitches as you have on your row. So I'll see you at the end of row 2, getting ready to turn your work for row 3. Okay, so you're done with row 2. So we are going to turn our work, getting ready for row 3. You should be on the right side of your work. So as I stated in the beginning of the video, all right side rows are your knit rows. So you're going to knit all for row number 3 on the right side of your work. So I'll see you at the end of row 3, getting ready for row 4. Okay, so you're ready to turn your work, going to the wrong side, and we are going to get into row 4. Row 4, the repeat is as follows. You're going to purl 1, knit 5, and then purl 2. So with your yarn in the front, let's get ready to purl that first stitch. So you're going to purl 1, bring the yarn to the back, knit 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the yarn back to the front, and then you're going to purl 2. 1 and then 2. All right, so keep your yarn in the front. Do the repeat for as many that you have on your needle, and then we'll get ready to turn our work and get ready for row 5. So you turned your work and now you're ready for row 5. So that is a right side row. So we do know what we're going to do for that. All your right side rows you're going to knit. So I will see you at the end of row 5, getting ready for row 6. Okay, so you've completed row 5. So let's turn our work. You should be on the wrong side of your work, getting ready to do row 6. And row 6, the repeat is as follows. You're going to purl 2, knit 5, and then purl 1. So with yarn in the front, let's do our purl 2, that's 1, oops, and then that's 2. Bring the yarn to the back, and then we're going to knit 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring our yarn to the front, and then we're going to purl 1. Okay. All right, so keep your yarn in the front. You're going to start the repeat all over again. Do that for as many stitches as you have on your needle, and we'll get ready to turn our work and get ready for row 7. Okay, so we are ready to turn our work for row 7. That is a right side row, so we are just going to knit all. So I'll see you at the beginning of row 8. So before we turn our work and start on row 8, what I did want to point out is that you should be starting to see your pattern form on your little swatch here. So that's something to take note of. I also wanted to, because we are at the halfway point, is to encourage you to consider liking and subscribing to, liking the video, I should say, and subscribing to the channel. If you want a knitting buddy, or you want to just have a virtual catalog of different stitches for knitting and or crochet, then definitely consider subscribing to the channel and pushing that notification button so that you will be notified when new stitch patterns come out. So I am going to turn our work. You should be on the wrong side of your work. So this is going to be row number 8. And row number 8 is as follows. You're going to purl 3 and knit 5 for your repeat. So that is pretty easy. So I'll just get you started. So you're going to purl 3, 1, 2, and 3. And then you are going to knit 5. So bring your yarn to the back and knit 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so that is a repeat. So continue doing that for as many stitches as you have on your needle, and I'll see you at the beginning of row 9. Okay, so now we're ready to turn our work. You should be at the right side of your work. This is a right side row, so you already know what to do. We're going to knit. Okay, so we're ready to turn our work and get ready to do row 10. So you should be on the wrong side of your work. In row 10, the repeat is knit 1, purl 3, and then knit 4. So with the yarn in the back, what you'll need to do is get ready to knit 1, yarn in the front, purl 3, 2, and 3. All right, and bring the yarn to the back again, and then knit 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so continue for the rest of your stitches, and I'll see you at the beginning of round 11. All right, so let's turn our work. We should be on the right side of your work for row 11. So what you're going to do is knit all your stitches. So I will meet you at the end of row 11, getting ready to turn from row 12. Again, we're going to knit all of our stitches for row 11. Okay, so we have turned our work. We should be on the wrong side, getting ready for row 12. So the repeat for row 12 is knit 2, purl 3, and knit 3. So with the yarn in the back, what we're going to do is knit our first 2, 1 and 2. Bring the yarn to the back. We're going to purl 3, 1, 2, and 3. Then bring the yarn to the back and then knit 3. And 3. All right, so that is the repeat. Do that for as many stitches as you have on your needle, and we'll get ready to turn our work for row number 13. Okay, so we turned our work. We're ready for row 13, which is the right side row. So we're going to knit all, and we'll get ready to turn our work for row 14 after you've knit all your stitches for row 13. Okay, so we're ready to turn our work and get ready for row number 14. We're on the wrong side of the work. So the repeat is as follows. We're going to knit 3, purl 3, and then knit 2. So with the yarn in the back, we're going to knit our first 3, 1, 2, and 3. Bring our yarn to the front, and then we're going to purl 3, 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to bring the yarn to the back and then knit 2. Okay, so that is the repeat. Do that for as many stitches as you have on your row, and then we'll get ready for row 15. All right, so let's turn our work for row 15. You are going to be on the right side of your work. We are almost there, folks. So all you have to do is just knit all your stitches, and then we'll get to row 16, which will be your final row. Okay, so just to give you an idea of what you should be looking like before we do our final row, row 16, you see how you're going at the diagonal here with your garter stitch here. And then you have the stockinette stitch in between. So let's turn our work so that we can do our final row. You have made it to the end. So row 16 on the wrong side of your work, you're going to knit 4, purl 3, and knit 1. All right, so with the yarn at the back, you're going to knit 4, 2, 3, and 4. Going to bring your yarn to the front. You're going to purl 3, 1, 2, and 3. Then you're going to bring your yarn to the back, and then you're going to just knit 1. All right, so that's your repeat. Okay, so there you have it, folks. That is row 1 through 16 of the entire repeat. And that is how you do the garter diagonal stitch. So try it out. It is super beginner friendly. You can make so many scarves, dishcloths, pillow covers. The options are endless. So give it a try and let me know in the comments how it worked out for you. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next tutorial. Happy knitting!